Or this time at the Cook Speed Shop, I've been looking forward to this day for a long time. I finally got the 2-inch body lift out from underneath the body of my Boogie van project. I got the thing set down on the frame for the first time since it was new in 1988. It went pretty good, and I'm going to show you how I did it right now. I'm a professional, don't try this at home. Alright, bam, I'm back here at the Quick Speed Shop. We're working on the Boogie van. And what I want to do today, it's something that's bugged me since day one of this van. This is a former handicap van that had a handicap wheelchair lift off the side. And it had a drop-down pan in the floor. If you've been watching the series, I replaced the floor pans on it where the cut-down pan was. But in order to accommodate that floor pan, they put a 2-inch body lift on this van, which essentially is a spacer between the frame and the body, and pick the entire body up off the frame 2 inches. You usually see those on 4-wheel drive trucks where they would do a suspension lift. They would also do a body lift to get the body away from the frame to give even more clearance for big tires. It's an old school trick from back in the day, the 70s and 80s, you'd see it a lot. But they put it on this van, and 2-wheel drive vehicles don't need body lifts. So it's coming out, Kirk. We're yanking it out of here. And the process, hopefully I can figure it out by myself with a floor jack. Usually if you had a 2-post lift, you could pick up the body with the lift, and it would be really handy. I've got a lift, I haven't set it up yet. I'll be setting it up next year down in the other building. But we're going to get this lift out of here the old school way, by hand. So I've already gone ahead and removed some of the bolts. Up here in the front, these bolts are in the core support. You can check out how long these things were. These are different than the rest of the bolts. The other bolts are just like regular, like grade 5 bolts. These look like a factory style body mount bolt, but they're very, very long. So I don't know if these are factory forward bolts or whatever, but the heads are pretty short. I almost stripped this one out, but luckily I was able to get it out with the impact. So I got the 2 bolts out of the front here. I've got miscellaneous bolts out of the middle. Let me carry you around the back. We'll go in the back of the van. And on the inside of the van, you can see here's the bolts. These came out of the rear pan back here by the rear doors. These are just grade 5 bolts that they put in there. You can see some of these are rusted off. They're getting pretty thin. And actually, I broke this one off in the body mount. But hopefully it's free enough where I can get the body lift out, and I'll have to take the rubber out and get the bolt out of it. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 12 bolts altogether to hold the body on. I've removed all of them. The middle 4, I've got one up in the dog leg footwell area in the right in the passenger side. That's the bottom. The rubber's turning. I had to put a wrench on that. I got the 2 back bolts out. This one here, this is more rust I got to fix on this van. They doubled up the metal for where these bolts are for the body mounts, and they got back here and it got wet or whatever, and it just rusted this area out. So I'm gonna have to repair this after I get the bolts out. The cross member is fine. It's very solid. It's just the double layer of the metal where they had the mount for the thing here. So that's why these 2 big holes are in the floor. But I'll fix that later. I've been busting these bolts free. The other one on the other side, the bottom's spinning. This one might spin. I gotta probably put a wrench on it. Let's see if I can bust this free. Oh, there we go. That one's not too bad. Some of these are pretty stuck, and the other ones came out. Oh, I hear the rubber's turning down there. Also, I got this cool sign my friend Dylan gave me from a old car wash around the corner from his shop. It's a hand-painted sign. It's pretty cool. I'm going to stick this up somewhere. It's just on plywood, but it's pretty neat. Pretty neat old hand-painted sign. I'll hang that up somewhere. Somebody did a nice job lettering that up. Alright, here we go. I think I'm ready to start removing the bolts. I got the rest of the bolts loose out of the back. The ones that were stuck, and I'm out of here. They're out of there, so got this thing sitting on the jack on the core support here. And oh, this one's already free. I'm going to precariously stick my hand in here, and oh, look at that. Right out of there. So there's the body lift. It's made out of a piece of 2-inch long tubing with the washers welded to the top and bottom of it. And then that sits right back down on there. So let me, I guess, go ahead and pull these front ones out. We'll see what we get. Why has this one got washers under it? Oh, cutting my hand off here. Uh-oh. Oh, just a little bit more. This one's got like 3 washers on it for some reason. Is it the same height as this one? They shim this one with 3 washers. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? I'll have to pay attention to that. I'm going to leave this here so I know where they go. Now my next question is, I've got this precariously perched here. How do I take the other ones out safely? If I take the next 2 sets back, maybe then I can let it down, and maybe the front will start to come down and it'll pick the back up and it'll pivot on the middle, and then I can jack the back up. And see, let me go under the van and see if any of these other ones are loose without dying. Oh yeah, that one's pulled right up there. I got a safety bolt. Very carefully get into here. Take out my safety bolt. Alright, my next body mounts are free. I can pull them out. This might be easier than I thought it was, or it could be a catastrophe. Who knows what's going to happen. Okay, that one's, it's picking the body up a little bit crooked here. Let me I gotta move the jack over this way. I'm gonna stick these back into here. Oops. Back into here so I can set this down and move it over just a little bit. See what happens. Down, 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 down. Move the jack over a little bit because it seems like it's favoring the passenger side. Okay. It's precarious, very precarious. Got the next set out on the back there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some shims under these, use these body mounts and put some shims under them. Leave this kind of up a little bit, and then I can have it still sit on the frame. I've got this piece of wood here I can make some shims out of. Here. And leave the body shimmed up on the core support. And maybe I can work the body mounts out in the middle, work them out in the back of the van a little bit. So I'm going to take some tension off this, set it on the wood right there like that. I'm going to go back underneath. Let's go underneath there with some pliers. We'll see if we can pull the middle body mounts out while this is sitting on here. Okay, you can see I got the center, the first body mount up there by the floor out. Is this loose back here? Oh yeah. Let me go ahead and get some pliers. Grab that with some pliers so it doesn't kill me. My monster pliers under here and see if I can pull this out with my hand. Oh yeah. Ta-da! There we go. Okay, got that mount out. As you can see here, I've welded a new tailpipe up. I put a 3-inch pipe on the existing exhaust. I just did this because it was easier to get to before I got the body lift off. So let me go over here and grab that mount, and then We'll see what we can do with this. Come on. Whoa. Had a little bit of tension on it, dropped down just a little bit. Okay, I got all the mounts out except for the very back two now. And I went and I put 2 bolts through the first mount back, like in the front door area. I just got 2 bolts threaded in to help maybe keep it so it doesn't get all janky here. So I'm going to slowly jack this up, see if I can get the weight off it. I have a pivot on the back mount, the back two. Okay, there we go. I'm going to pull my wooden shins out and pull these out. It's going to be exciting. Get some fluid film. I'm going to put some fluid film on the mounts just to get a little rust protection here with my fluid film. Come here, man. Okay, got the whole van balancing on the back. Now we're going to go down. I got to bend some brake lines as I'm on my way down. Hopefully this will work. Slowly. Slow. Come on, man. Release. There we go. Slowly. Going down. Alright, I'm going to hold it there. Check my brake lines because they stretched those out when they did the lift. Appear to be going alright. I got to pull back on the jack. It was getting... This block is precarious. Come on. Oh, oh, easy, 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 easy. Okay, here we go. I can see already why they had the washers under here. This side is squished down a little bit more to the frame. I can see it's about 1 inch or so, 1.125" there, and this side's less. So I am going to have to put some washers under there for shim under this body mount. But that's encouraging. Let me look back here and see how it looks. Yep, it's sitting on these mounts. Alright, with the front down, I can take my temporary bolts out of the back here. I measured these bolts. These are 7/16 bolts, and they're 8 inches long, so I got to go get some bolts that are 6 inches long to be able to bolt this down. I stuck this wood under here just for safety's sake. Problem is I got a broken off bolt in this one mount, so when I get this body lift out of there, I got to figure out how this body mount, I don't know if it's twisted together or just has like a sleeve, but I got to get this out of here so I can get the broken bolt out of the body mount. So I'll have to probably stick a piece of wood under that. So what I gotta do now is get the jack back here. I'm gonna jack up under the center of this, use one of them wooden blocks, and go ahead and pull the last two body mounts out, and then I can set the back of the van down. We'll be sitting all on original factory action. Oh, there we go. Just needed to go far enough. Aha, there we go. Just got to take a lot of weight off the rear end there. Well, I fought with that mount over there for a while, and I don't know how it comes apart. It's welded together, it's rusted together. I've got one bolt in the back here. I'm going to set this down, and I want to get this thing setting down on the frame. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe I have to try to cut it off with the Sawzall through the center later or something like that. But I want to set this down right now so it's not precarious up on the frame. So we're going down. Slowly. Going down. Oh. Yikes. Guess that's one way to put it down. Got it. Well, good thing I had a bolt in the back to keep it straight. We're down on the frame. Down on the mount there. Look at that. First time since this van is new, it's sat on its factory mount. Alright, that's good. I got that bolt lined up. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one just yet, but I'll work on that later. So I'm going to go buy some bolts at Tractor Supply Company. I got to get 7/16 ones. I got to get them 2 inches shorter, so about 6 inches long. And let's see, I need 2, 4, 6, 8, and then I was able to reuse the bolts I had. The front core support bolts, I was able to use those in the next hole back. So I need 2, 4, 6, I need 8 bolts. So I'll go get those, and then I'll run them down in. These 2 holes here where I got to fix the floor, I'm just going to leave them loose because obviously I've got to cut that out. But I'll get the rest of this thing bolted back down on the frame, and we'll be back to factory ride height action. Well, bam, there we go. I got everything bolted down now. I went and got my bolts and I bolted it down. I put the shims back in here, and now this is the front end's level on the frame again. I've got everything bolted except for that back bolt that was broken off. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but the next bolt ahead in the frame is close enough where what the heck is that? Oh, piece of carpet. So I think I'll probably just let the weight of the van hold that down. It'll sit on that thing, and if it's a problem, I'll have to try to like cut that mount out of there, redo it somehow. But there's like 12 bolts to hold the body of this thing down, so 11 instead of 12 is going to be fine, I think. I got this body lift out. I was a little nervous, and it worked out good. Didn't drop the body of the van off the frame, didn't get killed, didn't cut my fingers off, so it worked out good. One more step, the body's back on. I can't wait to get this thing on the road in the spring. So thanks for watching the Boogie Van build project here. Gonna keep working on it and other stuff this winter right here at the Quick Speed Shop.